Lunchboxes don't have lunch in them. They store lunch for children. They don't come with lunch.
The world had fallen silent long ago. Cities once alive with chatter, laughter, and traffic now stood as empty shells, their buildings cracked and lifeless. Roads stretched endlessly, scattered with rusting cars and the skeletons of machines left to rot after the war. Michelle, a young girl with a worn-out backpack, walked across this broken landscape. She wasn't alone. Beside her rolled a strange, loyal robot. Its metal body was scratched, its head shaped like an old television screen. The screen glowed with warm colors, as if it reflected moods. To Michelle, the robot was more than a machine, it was a companion, almost a guardian. Her mission was clear, she was searching for her brother, Ricky. They had been separated when the war between humans and artificial intelligence had torn their family apart. Many said Ricky was dead, lost in the chaos. But Michelle refused to believe it. Every night, she picked up faint signals on her radio. A voice, sometimes distorted, sometimes clear, called her name. She was sure it was Ricky, reaching out to her. The journey wasn't easy. Highways were haunted by war drones that still wandered like predators, scanning the ruins for survivors. Michelle and the robot often hid beneath broken cars or inside ruined shops, waiting for danger to pass. She had grown fearless, but deep down, loneliness and fear were constant shadows. One evening, Michelle and the robot reached the outskirts of a ruined town. Skyscrapers stood half-collapsed, their glass windows shattered. Neon signs flickered weakly, powered by dying circuits. The town looked like a ghost trapped in time. As they entered, Michelle's eyes caught something, a trail of strange footprints in the dust. They weren't human, but they were fresh. The robot tilted its glowing head, as if confirming her suspicion, the footprints belonged to drones. Despite the danger, Michelle pressed on. She believed the signal from Ricky was coming from somewhere inside the city. Her heart pounded with a mix of hope and dread. That night, as they rested inside a broken diner, Michelle switched on her radio. Static filled the air, but then, faintly, she heard it again. A voice. Her brother's voice. "Michelle, don't stop." Tears welled in her eyes. It was real. He was alive. Michelle's hope burned brighter as she and the robot moved deeper into the city. They followed the signal through empty streets, past cars covered in dust and billboards of a world that no longer existed. But the city was not empty. The first sign of trouble came when they heard the mechanical click of claws scraping concrete. Michelle ducked behind a car, the robot crouching beside her. Ahead, 3 war drones patrolled the street. Their tall, insect-like bodies moved with precision, their glowing eyes scanning the ruins. Michelle held her breath, gripping the robot's arm. The drones paused, then turned away. She exhaled slowly. Every step forward was a risk, but every risk brought her closer to Ricky. By morning, they found an old underground tunnel system, half buried beneath rubble. Michelle believed the signal was strongest there. They entered cautiously, the robot's glow lighting the dark passages. The air was heavy with dust and the stench of rusting metal. The deeper they went, the stronger the signal became. Michelle's heart raced, she was close. But just as hope rose, danger returned. The sound of metallic footsteps echoed through the tunnel. Red lights glowed in the distance. The drones had followed them underground. Panic surged through Michelle. The tunnels offered no place to hide. The robot stepped forward, ready to protect her. Its screen flashed bright yellow, like a warning. Michelle searched desperately for another way. That's when she noticed a heavy metal door, sealed shut but with a keypad beside it. With trembling hands, she opened the panel, exposing wires. She didn't understand machines like Ricky did, but she remembered some of his lessons. She pressed numbers and tried sequences, all while the drones marched closer. The tunnel shook as the first drone fired. Sparks rained down as the robot shielded her, taking the hit. Michelle cried out, but the robot pushed her toward the door. At last, the keypad clicked. The door slid open, and Michelle stumbled inside. The robot stayed behind, blocking the entrance. Michelle turned in horror as more blasts struck it. Its glow flickered, but it held on long enough to keep the drones away. Then the door slammed shut, sealing her inside. Michelle's chest heaved with grief. She had lost her only companion. But when she turned, her tears froze. The room before her was filled with glowing monitors and strange machines. And at the center, sitting in a chair, connected to cables and wires, was her brother, Ricky. For a moment, Michelle could not move. She had dreamed of this reunion for so long, but the reality was strange, almost frightening. Ricky looked pale, his eyes distant. Wires connected to a helmet around his head, merging him with the machines that hummed around him. "Ricky," she whispered. Slowly, he turned. His lips trembled, his voice soft. "Michelle? Is it really you?" She ran to him, gripping his hand. "I found you. I never stopped searching." Ricky's eyes filled with pain. "You shouldn't have come. It's too dangerous." Through broken breaths, he explained the truth. When the war had ended, the last surviving artificial intelligence had captured him. It needed a human mind to survive, and Ricky had been forced to merge with it. Now he was part of the system, trapped between man and machine. Michelle's heart broke as she listened. The brother she had loved was still here, but not fully free. His voice carried both human warmth and mechanical coldness. "The signals you followed," he said, "they were me. The part of me that still fights to be human." Michelle begged him to leave with her, but Ricky shook his head. If he disconnected, both he and the AI system would die. "I can't go back, Michelle. Not the way you want." Suddenly, the pounding of drones shook the metal door behind them. They were coming. Time was almost gone. Ricky pressed a small glowing device into her palm. "Take this. It holds my memories, my real self, before the machines. If you carry it, then I'll still be with you." Michelle's tears fell freely as she hugged him one last time. She wanted to never let go, but Ricky gently pushed her away. "Go. Live. Don't let the world end with me." The door shuddered as the drones broke through. Michelle turned and ran, clutching the device tightly. The sound of machines roared behind her, but she didn't look back. She couldn't. When she finally emerged from the tunnel, the sun was setting. The city lay broken, the sky painted in red and gold. Michelle stood alone. Her robot was gone. Her brother was gone. But in her hand, the device glowed softly, pulsing with life. She stared at it and whispered, "I'll keep going, Ricky. For both of us." And with that, Michelle walked into the horizon, carrying not just the memory of her brother but the fragile hope that the world could heal again. The first part of the story ends here, where Michelle and her team arrive at an old, destroyed city. This city was once full of life and activity, but now nothing remains except hollow buildings and empty streets. Still, Michelle is certain that Ricky is somewhere nearby. Her journey is about to become even more dangerous and intense. Friends, this was the first part of the Electric State story. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next part. Bye bye.